My hair is a total mess right now. Just ignore that. Ignore my voice sounds weird. I was eating. Sorry, I was eating spicy chicken tenders, and what happened was, I quickly took a sip of soda before filming, but apparently it wasn't enough. My mouth is really spicy right. This video is how to get your split/oversplit, because I got my splits and my oversplits on my right leg. My left side isn't that good, and I'm not going to be showing you, but I am going to be telling you the tips and the reasoning. I actually have a good reasoning today, which is I did them so many times yesterday, and then I was also sitting on my leg weird while I was, sitting on my leg, as I was eating lunch, and so now my leg is, really, my leg is slightly sore. And it's at the point where it's not a big deal or anything, but it's definitely something that I'm gonna just kind of not do my splits for a little bit until my leg calms down. Now, the truth is, for me, there wasn't that many tips. I kind of just followed Abby's tips, if that makes sense. And some of the tips I used came from Abby. Some of them were things I found on YouTube, and some of them I created. So, yeah. There's that. So the first tip is to actually only attempt to do your splits first. That way, try it on both sides. This is a very important one because for me, I actually had a good leg and a bad leg. My right side was my good side. My left side was my bad side. This way you can tell. Now everyone on YouTube, and including Abby, is you need to do them on both sides. Yes, you do. But sometimes when you naturally have a good side and a bad side, that good side is going to come easier. So you really got to really push and focus on that good side, because then once you have that side, then you can work on your other side. But you should definitely be doing both sides equally, but finding your good side. The second tip is, honestly this one was probably the tip that helped me out the most, which was continuing to do it. Meaning, even though I wasn't there, even though I didn't have it, continuing to try to do it. This was the thing that helped me out the most. These other few things that I'm going to say, because I don't really have that many tips, because for me it didn't take that many tips. This was something that continuously helped me out throughout all of it, which was just continuing to do it, continuing to work on it, and that was something that really helped. Now, the third tip, this is one that shockingly, it sounds like it's the one that would help you out the most, but for me, it never really did, which is stretching your waist and your legs. Because you gotta really stretch that waist and your legs. Now it sounds like, oh, stretching, that's the one that helps you out the most. For me, I didn't for me, that never really did much, but it was something that I continuously did just because I'm like, everyone says it works, and in a lot of cases it does, but for me, it didn't. But also at the same time, I'm like, it was just something that also continuously helped not only get to my splits, but just kind of helped my leg flexibility and my waist flexibility. The fourth tip, this is another one that kind of, it helped a little bit, and it definitely helped more than the last one, but it also wasn't like a big help. But this one actually was, which is finding what is comfortable in the slide, meaning figuring out if it's more comfortable for you to slide your whatever leg is in front or whatever leg is in back. Finding what way you want to slide more actually helps you get into your splits in a more comfortable way. Now, there is no wrong way, and there isn't really a right way. Whichever way you want is what you need to be doing. Now, for me, I found that personally, only I would say actually kind of sliding forward or sliding my leg front actually is what is the most comfortable for me. But I have done it both ways, and both ways are kind of close to equal, but for me, sliding forward helps out the best. And you're not actually sliding your body, you're just sliding that leg, which helps straighten it and get closer to the ground. Tip number 5. This one is one that kind of helped a little bit, but wasn't the biggest help. Now, which is flex feet. So when you do your splits, typically, there are 2 ways of doing them. You can do them with flex feet or with pointed feet. I noticed that a good tip that has helped me is sliding in with flex feet, because it kind of helps keep this part on my leg and from rubbing up against like carpet and the floor, because for me, I tried it on hard floor and I done it on carpet, and on carpet I always get scared of getting carpet burned, but on hard floor I feel like I just don't like it, and it's not the most comfortable thing. So slide in flex feet, and if you are like, okay, now I want to do pointed feet, you can actually just point your feet from that point. I did notice pointing your feet is harder to do in your splits, even harder than just like normally pointing your feet when you're not in splits, which is actually very easy. But like, the reasoning is because you're actually forcing your foot kind of closer to the ground on top of on top of straightening your leg. Sorry. Then, and so that's kind of the main tips that have helped me the most. And then obviously, then I'm gonna also get into the over splits and stuff. Now with that, I am gonna be recommending something that you can get like that's not even that much money. And when I talk about the stretching, it's whatever waist stretching you want to do, whatever leg stretching you want to do, as long as you're stretching your legs and your waist. For me, I never did much with my waist. Like, kind of what I would do is I would do leg kicks, because good for your legs, but also it's good because it kind of, it's also good for your waist, kind of, because when you do side leg kicks, you're actually stretching your waist out a little bit. And I also did a ton of twists, which is like when you do this, or this, or this, or this. Like, there's a ton of variations of it, because that's really good for your waist. Now, for leg stretching, I never had a certain one. I feel like I definitely did a lot of leg kicks, but also like front and side. And back, because when you do leg kicks to the back, it's actually good because you're actually working towards your arabesque, your fuller arabesque, and you're working towards your, that's I said, like the thing is, Abby has an bell, and anytime, like, you say, on her podcast, she rings it because it's bad for you to, like, say and stuff. And the weird thing is I never say, I always say, like with an O-M instead of U-M. Bad to say that, though. So, I would yeah, I'm trying so hard not to say it now, so I'm going to try to get the thought out. But then, doing it towards the back is helping you towards your arabesque, your fuller arabesque, and your needle, and like so many different tricks and stuff. Which I feel like now I might be able to get close to doing a needle. I'm gonna actually try that. Let's just give it a try. I am gonna hold on to the bar just because I realized something. And my leg that goes up, because it's what I do in my splits, this is also my leg that I balance on better. So, that actually is the closest I ever got into a needle, so I am going to take that and be like, okay, it's a starting point. Well, it's actually a continuing point, because my starting point, I'm fixing this here because okay, this isn't like the greatest, but I'm gonna kind of, it's just gonna work. Tomorrow I'm not gonna be home, so you're not getting a video. And the reasoning is because we're just gonna be in the car all day. Literally, like, we're not going anywhere. We're literally just driving around because of the fact that, like, we're driving, like, around, like, we're gonna be gone for at least 4 hours. Because we're just driving because of the fact that we need to get out of the house tomorrow, because my dad, before we leave, is going to set up a bunch of, we're going to smoke bomb the house, which, for those who don't know what that is, it is not an actual bomb or anything. It's not to, like, destroy the house later. It's a thing that you put in your house, and it, like, basically, like, has a little bit of smoke, and it kind of just kills bugs. It like literally like you do it and it sits for like 4 hours, and then it kills bugs. And I know there's a lot of people out there like, oh, you shouldn't kill bugs, like you should let them go outside and stuff. But in our case, when bugs are continuously in the house, like, and they're so little and so fast that you can't get them to go outside, like, also, I'm scared of bugs, most of them anyways, like, there's some that are really, really little that I don't mind as much, but for the most part, I'm scared of bugs. I don't like bugs and stuff, so yeah. Yeah, like at this point, like, so I'm not looking forward to it, but no, and the reasoning is, like, my dad said that we should be back by at least 4, but I'm like, that's not gonna work really. But that's gonna work, I feel like it's just, that means that I probably won't be eating dinner. Because my system is I like start eating dinner at on Wednesdays I eat dinner around like 4-ish, but that's like it's already cooked, it's ready, I just need to eat it really fast, and I eat it under like 5 minutes because I don't have time. Well, technically I do, it's just I like to be early. Then and I get changed into my dance wear immediately, and I'm logged on by 4:30. So yeah. But in this case, I don't even know if they're doing dance class tomorrow. And the reason I say this is because the past 2 of them, which is yesterday and last Thursday, okay, this little bit of hair is not long enough to go. But on the past 2 days, yeah, or the Thursday and yesterday, they haven't done dance class. Like I logged on, like people were logging on, like people like taking the class from worldwide and stuff. Like students were logging on. It was just, and so it was like really annoying to me because I'm like, eh. Yeah, so it was really annoying. So yeah, it's annoying because like the teacher never logged on. But anyways, I hope this video helped you get towards your split. Now, I'm going to quickly talk over split. It's kind of the same thing for over split, but there is a few things that I do add for over split, which is something that I would recommend getting is dance blocks. Because they're not that much money. Like, mine was like a set of two for like $9 off of like Walmart or Amazon. And you're probably like, Walmart or Amazon, like, I know I'm getting them from a dance store. Here's the thing that people don't get is that most of my dance stuff comes from Walmart or Amazon. Like, that's true. And you're probably like, oh, then it's not good, it's not good quality or anything like it's terrible. It's not. Like, most dancers like buy like stuff from actual dance stores because they want to be good quality, and I love a good dance store, but the thing is with Walmart and Amazon, it's actually a lot cheaper and it's really, really good quality. And I say this because I got a pair of point shoes off of Amazon, and it was like the point shoes, and then it was the like ribbon, like the lace stuff that like you tie and stuff, and it was the little like toe thing and the elastic, and it was actually pretty good quality. They're still like almost brand new looking. The only thing is that the very, very bottom, like not the part where you go up on, but just the bottom in general, does look a little tiny, tiny bit like worn, but like it doesn't even look that bad. It looks like, oh, they've been used like 1 or 2 times, and I'm like, and that's cool because it actually looks that way, but in reality it's not even that bad. So like they're really good quality, and I'm gonna say this for and on. And I got a pair of Laducas off of a dance store website, and they're not even near as in good shape as my dance stuff that I got off of Walmart and Amazon. Like, and you're probably like, it was a bad. And I say this, they're in good shape still. It's just that the padding in them is. Here, I'm gonna crack them really quick. Well, you can't really see it, so I didn't bring them. I brought my poppet though. So, yeah, with over splits, if you don't have dance blocks, then you can use like a couple telephone books or like pile up some books. Just make sure that they are stable and they're not going to fall, because that can be really bad. So, yeah, I'm loving the poppet, which, and if you're wondering, like, oh, that makes noise, how do you keep it from making noise? What you do is you take your thumb, stick it in, like, the little hole thing, and then you take your other, and you pinch it like this, and then you slowly use your finger that's on the bubble to push it in. And listen. No noise. It's noise free. And this one's Among Us. This one is like 30 little like poppy thingies. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. There's 29 little things to pop. And that reminds me of what my allowance is going on to. Because my allowance, what I came up with, like, just stay tuned for the video. I'm obsessed with poppets, but you're not getting that video until, like, for a while. Well, until, like, after the 5th, because probably on the 5th I'm gonna order them and then, or order the stuff. And then, and once it gets here, I will make a video on it. Hopefully you got your splits. And with the dance blocks, what you do really fast, or whatever you're using, you can even use a bed as long as it's not that high up. And I wouldn't recommend starting with something like that, because different body heights can only do different things. And so what I would recommend is, what you do is you kind of do the idea of like your splits, but one leg is you're setting one leg on your good leg on the object what you are using, or the dance blocks, and then you're kind of sliding. And fun fact, don't work on your splits before you're over splits. Work on your over splits first. It's overstretching and it gets you to your splits and your over splits faster. Abby taught me that.